Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we break down one of their records. We get into the music, lyrics, how it was made, and everything in between. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. Just dance into my
That's
my
intro.
interpretive
dance to your fucking boring vocal gait.
There you go. There's the insult. So yeah, keep listening. Tell all your friends. What are we doing this week, Jeff?
Go. Fact. Maniacal Laughter by the Bouncing Souls is.
That's right, dude. This is their second record from 96. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't care. We've done this record before on the podcast, but many, many years ago, probably 6-7 years ago, on the old format of the show, so it no longer exists. And we're gonna do it justice. We're gonna do it right this time around.
Do it right.
And we're gonna have a good time doing it. So we're gonna go through their bangers, stinkers, and like I said, everything in between. So but we're going to start with our origin story and then first impressions of this record, Maniacal Laughter. So, origin story, if people don't already know, what do you got? Go. I know Skip's going to bitch about it. He's like, you're going to say it from Kim. Skip being a little bee that he is. That's what he's going to do.
I like how you say like little bitch Skip, and then it's called the little bee that he is. Like you already called him a bitch, but then didn't call him a bitch the second time. That was good.
Because I feel like calling him a little bee is a little bit more disrespectful. So that's why.
Okay. All right.
Calling somebody a little bitch it's something. But call them a little bee. It's like they don't even deserve the respect of being called a bitch. So you call them a bee. So
like I'm so above you. I'm not even gonna say the whole world. The word.
The whole world. Yes.
The whole world.
The whole world.
All in their world. All in their world. No, my I don't know where I got it. But like my intro is the comp 2001, the Punkorama comp.
Punkorama, dude.
I think it's their sixth comp they did.
Punkorama 6, baby.
But like we never talked about I don't know where I got that comp from.
I know where I got mine from.
I think I was just at that point I had already been introduced to I think Dropkick and then Gutter Mouths, and I was downloading at that time, and so I think anything from bands that I knew, I was buying / stealing from the warehouse. And I think that's how I got it. I don't remember where I got the comp from, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a comp. Yeah. Oh, fuck it. I don't give a fuck about the warehouse.
R.I.P.
I steal the whole plastic thing too, the entire fucking thing.
Oh, the big,
yeah,
the
I don't give a shit.
Thing. Yeah.
I don't even pop them out. I stole the whole fucking thing. I don't care.
Stuff it down your baggy ass fucking jeans that we all wore back then.
Yeah. Because remember, I went to a highly Mexican middle school and stuff. So
sure you did.
I was wearing really baggy jeans.
Yeah, or Dickies. I mean, I wore Dickies back then.
I don't wear Dickies. Not a loser.
You wore Dickies all the time. What are you fucking? I
never wore Dickies.
Post high school, you did wear Dickies.
Never. Yeah, I may have one pair of Dickies, work pants, pleated.
No. All right, so that's your origin story. My origin story was Punkorama 6. I got the CD. I did buy the CD, or my parents bought me the CD from Best Buy back in the day when Best Buy was still selling CDs. Got Punkorama 6. Fucking did not really like True Believers. That was the song on the comp. I didn't really dig it. It took a little while for it to grow on me, but I loved the No Effects, Death by Stereo, Raised Fist, Bad Religion. I loved all the other stuff on there. But yeah, it took me a little bit to get into that bouncing soul song. But it wasn't until you not the song You by Bad Religion, but you, Jeff. It took me a couple years in high school to really get into the bouncing souls because you loved them so much. And then you showed me, and then I somehow got a copy of How I Spent My Summer Vacation, and then it was just everything. I mean, I fucking love this band. And then that went to Maniacal Laughter and everything up to that point. But that's the origin story is Punkorama 6 for me.
There's few bands that I've just I've heard one song and it's oh, well, that's it. I'm gonna be a fan for life, and it was True Believers, because even after True Believers that comp came out, I had asked the same counselors who had listened to other music and do you guys like Bouncing Souls? Oh fuck yeah, I like the Bouncing Souls. So whenever they went to a show, inevitably I would also tag along. I think this is crazy too, because we were 15, 14 ish. Mm-hmm. That's crazy to think, because kids today. Imagine, I guess I'm a little old, but imagine a 25-year-old going to a show and bringing a 14-year-old along, right?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
And I think the first time I saw the Bouncing Souls was with one of the counselors at the House of Blues, and he had to have been late 20s. I was like 14, but like it wasn't weird because like my mom knew him and like he was like my counselor for many years and stuff like that. But it was just like him introducing me to new music. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's
the shit is weird nowadays, but back in the 90s, early 2000s, that wasn't very strange. But just in hindsight, like looking back, yeah, nowadays you wouldn't do that.
I think like because we like music, I would not drop my kid off with somebody who's like way too old to be hanging out with them. I would just go, right? Like like fuck it. I'm just gonna go to the Baba Doobie show or the Billie Eilish show. Like fuck it. I'll just take one for the team. I'll go to the Wednesday 17 and a half show. I don't care, whatever. But yeah, that's very fucking weird. But it was fun. I don't know. I never done anything weird unless my memory blocked it off. I don't know.
So this traumatic shit that you've just been blocking for 25 years?
That would be wild, but like, no, I don't think so. I saw the Get Up Kids with the same people. I saw Limbeck fucking numerous times, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, so that's our origin story. First impressions on Maniacal Laughter. You know, if you listen to the rankings, you know that's Jeff's favorite record by the band. That's my second favorite record from the band. And yeah, let's kind of get into first impressions. Kind of why, like a quick little thing of why we like this record so much, and then we'll jump into bangers, stinkers if we got them, and then everything else. So, okay, keep whispering. It's fine. It's fun. It's fun. I'm having fun when you whisper.
I can't do anything. I can't say yep. I can't whisper.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
Literally
just gonna make me mad.
Dream. That's it.
Just gonna make me mad.
Literally just living.
You got the little poof on your hair too, right there. You know, if you're watching the video, a little poof sticking out of your hat. I like it.
A poof.
See the poof?
Oh yeah.
The little poof. Well, like
my hair's getting way too long, dude.
Hair's long. I haven't seen it that long in a long time.
Hate it.
All right. So then yeah, first impressions. Kind of let's get into Maniacal Laughter. What do you got? Go.
So like first impressions then and now, right? So as I said earlier, when I was downloading music on Kazaa, I used Kazaa a lot. Like, that was just for whatever reason. That's just what I got into at the time. And so I remember the first song I downloaded that was not off of Summer Vacation was Kate is Great. And so it just has super nostalgia for me. And then I downloaded Kate is Great because I was thinking I was downloading shit from Maniacal Laughter. And then just like how much I downloaded Less Than Jake songs. It was something else and the whole AFI thing and whatever. But like songs here and there because I thought I was doing it for Maniacal Laughter. But the first song I think I downloaded from Maniacal Laughter was Argyle. And I was like, oh, finally, here's like their early shit, dude. Like this was going to like make me like cool with, I think his name was Danny Wilcox. Oh, name drop, dude. Yeah, Danny Wilcox was like the punker dude. And Tony G, which he actually later on worked for House of Blues too and got me like tickets and stuff for House of Blues. But yeah, Argyle, like that's why like Argyle holds such like a special place. And then like fast forward many years,
not the album.
Song Argyle, not the album. There's an album called Argyle. There's
Argyle EP. There's an EP.
Good and the bad lines.
Okay. You don't have to correct me, but I know you understood.
The reason I wore those stupid fucking like shirts in high school, like the Argyle vest, is
because
you did wear of the Balancing Souls.
Yeah,
like that's,
you wore them a lot.
Like that's why I did it, because I wanted to be like this weird combination of like preppy looking like Rivers mixed with like this obnoxious kind of like out of fashion punk Bouncing Souls thing. And I did that for like a minute. I think like freshman, sophomore year, I did that for a minute.
But I mean, I like Argyle. I like the Argyle sweaters and vests and shit. I think that shit looks cool. Like in Wedding Crashers, remember Owen Wilson wears that too?
Yeah. It's just too much work. Like that's what you find out fast. It's just too much work, and I don't want to do a lot of work. So, but yeah. Anyway, first impressions back then was like, fuck, man, this is the most punk thing I own. But don't forget, like, Very Proud of You was the first full like album that I downloaded off Kazaa. It took me like 3 days to download that shit. That was the first like full record I ever downloaded off Kazaa. And like this, I think may have been the second. It was either this or like Less Than Jake. Like one of those three things was my second. But Very Proud of You was the first. So like, I was still very much into like this scene of punk and when this download, and I'm telling you, right when I heard True Believers, I was like, I'm a fan for life. True Believers and fucking the Guttermouth song. Those two things.
Oh yeah, Can I Borrow Some Ambition?
I was like, I'm a fan for life. Everything else here, on there, I think was like great stuffs, but it wasn't until I heard other stuff from them that I thought like, okay, I'll be a fan for life. But True Believers and Can I Borrow Some Ambition, fan for life.
Yeah, I actually I forgot to bring up the Guttermouth song. Yeah, that was the song that got me into Guttermouth. And when I heard that song, I immediately went out and got Covered with Ants. I fucking love that. I mean, I still love the record, but yeah, no, that Punkorama was had such an impact on my musical taste, on our musical taste as well.
Yeah, it was these '90s punk bands like now like realizing like, oh shit, like Warped Tour is now a massive fucking thing, and we can make a lot of money if we're not just doing shitty 2-minute snotty punk songs. Yeah. Let's like put a little bit more effort into it and write some melodies. And like, that's why I blew up, dude.
That's why I did, dude.
That's why I got bigger, dude.
All right, so Maniacal Laughter, yeah, I got into this record way later. I mean, like I said, How I Spent My Summer Vacation was my go-to for years. And then it took a little while to get into Maniacal Laughter, things outside of that summer vacation record. But I mean, yeah, in the end, this is like top tier Bouncing Souls. The artwork's fucking so rad. The album's only so like rad. 27 minutes, 28 minutes, and there's 12 songs. It's an incredibly short, concise record. I love it to death. I have no stinkers on here. I have 12 bangers. I don't give a fuck. Every song is an absolute fucking banger on here. So, I mean, you don't have any stinkers, right? I mean,
no, of course not. This is obviously a perfect record.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best punk records. This is like, I would say this is like top 20 best punk records that have ever been released.
That's wrong, dude. It's great.
That's wrong? Yeah, top 20 punk records ever released.
Top 20 punk records? No way. I mean, because in the end,
I challenge you to just. This is your weekly homework. This is your weekly homework. Summer Vacation, not a punk record. It's not a punk record.
It's a pop punk record. So yeah, it's a punk record.
This is a punk record. There's no pop punk in this whatsoever. This is a punk record.
No, you're right. There is no pop punk.
Your homework is to give me 20 punk records that are better than this.
I'll work on it.
Which I know what you're gonna say. All of Atreyu, all of Death by Stereo, Corn. See, even Rupert's all fucking mad, dude. See, God damn. See. Also, I don't. We just go over this real quick, but like, I love this band a lot. This is like a top 3 band for me. This is a top 5 album of all time for me. Truly, I don't like any of their artwork.
What?
Never have, never will.
Not even.
Come on. I don't like their artwork, dude.
Maniacal Laughter and Anchors Away are their best, like hands down, and also self-titled.
And like literally, fucking you fucking. One of my like dreams is to go to Jersey, which I have no desire to go to Jersey because like who the fuck wants to go to Jersey? But I do want to go to Jersey and get a tattoo from Brian, not a Bouncing Souls tat, just like some tattoo from him.
Come on, you got to get a Bouncing Souls tat.
I don't like their logo. That fucking ball thing, like, I just don't like it. I don't like any of the stuff that he's done. I don't, dude.
But I will say, after watching the Bouncing Souls documentary, the one from 2003,
yeah,
it's like an hour and 40 minutes long. It's quite lengthy, but it's a great fucking documentary. But I really do like that first logo that Brian did of
without like the touch up, right? Without the color thing.
So it was
more
no,
like
it was the ball. It was the ball face. It was the ball face, but it had the big buff arms. Remember, like I thought that logo was super.
Their new logo, their logo after that was more refined because it has like the black side of his face and the white side of his face and skinnier arms. But that original logo had like the buck teeth. Like I thought that was a cool ass logo.
Yeah, I would get something like that. But I would for sure get a Bouncing Souls tattoo. Like if you and I got one, if you got one, I would for sure get one.
I don't think I would ask him for a Bouncing Souls tattoo, and I think I'd have to be honest if he asked me why. I was like, dude, I just don't like that style. I think like the Maniacal Laughter is just it's bootleg Misfits, dude. It's bootleg fucking Cramps. It is just it's B Team. It's goofy. But not in like a fun sense. It's just
except Brian created this. It's not like he.
It's just
like, Misfits took the Crimson Ghost. It's just like Brian created this logo. Like it's his character, which makes it even better.
I don't know. I never liked any of their and like How He Spent Summer Vacation too. Like that's just a dumb.
Yeah, I don't care too much for that.
So
that cover.
Dumb.
Yeah, I don't care that much for it.
I really don't like any of their artwork. I never have.
That's crazy.
I just want to throw that out there because even though I'm a huge fan, I just don't like their artwork. But I would almost just ask like Brian, like, hey, dude, here's like $300-$400. Just tattoo whatever you want on me. I don't even care.
And then he tattoos the Bouncing Souls head.
That would be ballsy.
That would be actually pretty fucking funny if you did that.
like you jack. Like Spicoli, you jack.
All right, so let's get into a couple bangers here, and then we'll talk more about the making of the record and kind of the background of the record and history of the early history of the band. So, what's your number one banger? Your favorite song off this record?
We know what my favorite. What's Argyle?
It's
Argyle's my
Argyle's
one
so
B. It's my
good.
favorite song. It's not even fucking close.
Not even fucking close.
Like True Believers was my favorite. I started downloading. Oh, Kate is great. It's so fucking good. And all of a sudden, do. I was like, oh my god. And I think like it just perfectly coincided. Oh my god, it perfectly coincided with like me starting to play music, and like Ronald and Joe, like my neighbors and stuff. Like this was the first time I heard a song where I was like, damn, I can actually pick apart. Wait, actually, the kids say all the time. Wait, actually, I can pick apart like the different parts to this band, and I think we could play this. And like these are high hopes for a guy that's just been playing for like 3 days. But yeah, this was the first real song that me, Ronald, and Joe played all the way through. Ronald's on drums, and honestly, like Ronald's heyday on drums, he was passable. He was passable as fuck.
Okay.
And that's good, which means like he was better then than we are now. Like, he was. He practiced hard, dude. He practiced a lot, and we could play this whole fucking song, and like that was one of my most crowning achievements is playing this song through and through. Because it's like, dude, not only did I like find this band that like, in my mind, no one's ever heard of. Like, who's heard of Bouncing Souls? But I got their first record that no one's ever heard. And I got this random song that I'm going to give to my neighbors, and we're going to jam and be a band and do this. And like, come on, man. That's, ugh.
Okay. I mean, so it's more the nostalgia that hits for the song rather than the
nostalgia
song
runs
itself.
deep. But the song's fucking dope.
It is.
We've never, ever, ever, ever got a song like this where it is bass driven. Yeah, Brian's a pretty damn like rad like punk bass player for sure.
Yeah.
But we never got a song that's bass driven. I think this is the only song they've ever done that's bass driven.
It really is. It really is. Has a lot of bouncy moments too. But I think the one thing that you love about this song so much that you haven't said yet, it has so many of those really great pop punk stops. No, it's the pop punk stops where everything stops for that split second, and then it drops back into it. And they do it so much in this fucking song. They do this pop punk stops a lot, and that's why you like it.
Yeah,
that's
I like all of it. In the fast parts, you're like, no, it'll be like me, and they go, God damn, dude.
It's a great fucking song.
And every time they sing this live, like Greg always has to stretch out that first, like, I know, like you light up, and then they get into it, and everyone's like, oh, let's go, and they get into the pit, and it's wild. God. Dude, Brian slays this song. He's so much noodling. Pete throws in like some well-placed slides, and like we forget, like this is a band that like prided themselves on being punk, and they've never hired a second guitarist. So there's so much dead air always.
Yeah, it's true.
If Pete's just like doing this noodle thing, and we'll talk about other songs,
which he
too,
rarely does
like
noodle. He rarely does that.
He doesn't noodle in like the traditional sense as like a real like classic guitar hard rock guy will do. He does these weird like riffs like on Johnny we'll talk about. He just makes noises and shit. But it's like also makes for like dead air. But like his solo here. His solo is fucking perfect because it slows down the song to where they need to go in a natural way. And that slow down is essentially like the breakdown, right? The kind of punker kid mosh thing where like he's like punching the ground and shit. Like, yeah, like the punker kids like to punch the ground and shit.
Yeah.
And the 4 count back in, then
it's fucking good, man. They all kill it on the song. They absolutely all kill it on the song. It's my 5B. It's my 5B.
Crazy. That's so fucking low.
It's my 5B. But I think
if you pick like the 3 just like typical punk songs as in your top 5, I'm done.
Honestly, I think you just have your nostalgia goggles on, but that's okay.
I'm out. This is still a good fucking song though. That's what I'm saying. Like I just gave you all these reasons why. Like, tell me why it's not a top 5 song.
Because what is a top 5 song on the record? Absolutely.
Why it's not a top 4 song? It should be a top 1 song.
You're such an idiot. So Argyle, yeah. I mean, lyrically, it's about being true to yourself, even when others try to influence you. having the song called Argyle is a very kind of like preppy thing. It's a very commercial thing, and having those people, the preppies, tell you how to live and what to do and what to wear and everything. It's a fun title. It's a fun title.
Never go. It's called the fucking skinheads and shit. Always wore fucking like Argyle stuff.
Skinheads did?
Yeah, belts
Really?
and fucking shirts and stuff. Yeah, especially
No,
over like
not
East Coast, like
skinheads.
hardcore scene. Yeah, they did. Literally in the documentary we just watched. That's all right.
They were not wearing Argyle
Not like
sweaters.
not like vests like I wore the dumbass shit. They wore just like prints, like the
Oh,
Argyle EP,
okay.
like that
Okay.
type of print that was on like shirts
Okay.
and stuff.
Understood.
They definitely didn't dress like I tried to.
I was gonna
dress.
say.
I just never looked good in that stuff. Actually, I think I have a picture of me in an Argyle vest. That's an old picture. I think
I know,
you may
there-
also be in that picture.
Yeah, no,
too.
it's you and I playing beer pong. It's you and I playing beer pong at somebody's random fucking house in Pomona. I don't remember. It was one of Annie Painter's friends. We kind of crashed. We didn't crash their party. It was me, you, Ryan, and then Aaron Dillon. We showed up to this party, and I know Annie Painter was there, Natasha was there, but it was their friends, and we weren't. It's not that we weren't welcome, but it's just like we were definitely the outsiders coming in. But I remember you were wearing that Argyle because you and I have that picture together. But you and Ryan, we have that picture together, and you're wearing that Argyle sweater.
Yeah.
Maybe if I remember, I'll put that picture right here in the center of the video. But we'll see.
If I recall correctly, too, that Argyle vest sweater thing I bought. It's a vest, right? It's a button-up vest.
Was it?
I think it's a button-up vest. If I recall correctly, it's the button-up vest, and I bought that on eBay, and it's a woman's vest. So the hip, the hip part of it flares, and so I always I just because for whatever reason I didn't want to ask my parents for help, so I bought this on my own, and I was so mad because the hips kept flaring. I was like, why do they flare like that? Because like hips for girls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hips are for girls.
Hips are for girls. And also the buttons are backwards, which I didn't realize that till decades later, that I guess women's buttons on shirts and stuff are opposite what men's are.
Which I had no idea about.
Until now?
I had never heard of. Wait, hold on.
Until just now?
No, yeah, sorry, I got distracted by something. My camera went off. But
Take selfie?
No, but I didn't know that. Wait, no, the buttons are different on a woman's?
Yeah. So the first time I ever bought a nice suit was at the Hollywood Suit Outlet. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the Hollywood Suit Outlet.
No idea.
And the guy was like, "Yeah, dude, the buttons on." And this could just be him fucking with me, but I do think it's a real thing because I've heard other people say the same. But buttons on women's are different than the buttons on men's shirts, jackets. Oh, hold on, dude, I'm getting too handsy because and this is what he told me too. This is I should have looked this up before I said all this stuff,
Yeah,
but I know we're going to talk about this. But it sounds reasonable. But when women,
you have not said anything for about 45
I'm
seconds.
I'm trying to articulate how it's because
there have been so many words.
England. It's because in fucking England when they had fucking housemaids, someone else for the women is putting their shirt on for them and buttoning it for them.
Minute of just noises and words.
You always button left to right, left to right. So when you're doing it for somebody else, you do left to right, left to right. When you're doing it yourself, you do left to right. So it's opposite when I'm doing it for you or if I'm doing it myself.
Okay.
If I'm putting your jacket on, it's going to be the same left to right as if I do it for myself. That's why it's opposite women.
Okay,
because
that
men
might be true.
men don't allow the housemaids to put their jackets on, right? Men, we put our own jackets on, but women
men.
as they sit there and stare at themselves in the mirror. I don't know, fucking lords do, or miladies do. I don't know.
This is so off the rails.
Asked.
I didn't know. I did ask, but I didn't think you would go on for a minute with not saying literally anything.
I was trying to remember.
Anyway, all right. So let's move on from Argyle. God damn, that was a stupid rant. We went down.
Well, you asked.
I did. No, I did. It is my fault. That's my fault.
It's always your fault.
So my number one, the best song on the record. Their second best song ever. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Here we go.
Did you rank Lamar Vinoy higher than this on your top 10 or
no? No. Lamar Vinoy was my number 8 or 9. No.
Okay. Yeah. Now Here We Go's good. It's a
It's
banger
the
for
best
me.
song. I mean, come on.
It's not their best song.
Come on. Why? Come on. Why? Because it's better live. Get the fuck out of here. That's stupid.
It is. That's exactly the reason. Yes, because you can hear the song and like, oh, that's good, that's good, that's good, and you hear it live and you're like, holy fuck, what I just heard over there was pretty much trash compared to what I'm hearing now. So once you go live, you can never go back. I
get what you're saying, but even still, so the song starts with like this kind of like really shitty quality, like he's talking or yelling through a radio. And then
I couldn't figure out who that was. I
have no idea.
I assume it's a guy that's not in the band.
No, it's got to be somebody in the band.
I don't think so, because these guys are like, they pride themselves on having like that's why people like them so much too, because they pride themselves on having their homies just
that's
there.
True. No, that's true.
The whole way, right? Like
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
what's like
I don't think it's a guy in the band.
Timmy Chunks, Johnny X, the guy Wig who was in the documentary a lot, like. The guy wasn't
even Santino.
Yeah, I mean these guys
Kate.
like lived in all their house, lived in all the squats, lived in all the houses with them, but they were never in the band or they toured with the band.
Though they were techs, they're drivers, they were they asked Rob Santino, who was from fucking Sticks and Stones.
Yeah, Sticks and Stones. Yeah,
to like be their manager. He's like, what the fuck? Like, what? No.
I can't even get my own life together. How can I even manage a band?
He's like, why would I manage you? Like, and then like the next shot was like him. Yeah, we're lost, bro. I have no idea where we are.
He's got this map open like in the front of the van. He's like, I have no idea where we're going.
I have no idea where we're going.
We're lost.
And they didn't care.
Damn, yeah.
Fuck it.
But yeah, here we go. This is just it starts out with the yell like, wah! Here we go, here we go, here we go. And then it just drops and it's just fucking chaos. The whole song is about to fall apart. Like they're playing it so fast and so chaotically. It's crazy that they kept it together for the recording of this record. And yeah, like you said,
which is all live. They recorded everything live.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, no, they did record everything live in New Jersey. And but yeah, when you see them live and they play this song, it's funny because like Greg, the singer, he'll go, here we go, here. Like he'll start it kind of quiet and slow, and then the crowd, like right when he does that,
just takes over.
The crowd just fucking erupts. It absolutely erupts. And then when everybody comes in, like we mentioned in the rankings episode, or maybe even in this episode, there's not more of a fun pit. I mean, there's no better pit than a Bouncing Souls pit. Like it never gets too violent, never gets too crazy. It's just the perfect amount of crazy.
Too slow. It's always moving.
Always moving. It is the perfect pit. A Bouncing Souls pit is a perfect pit. And when they play Here We Go, this is the pinnacle of their live show. Hands down, the pinnacle of their live show.
I think like going into like the live thing again, because that's a good point, because we don't talk about how often like Greg will start singing a song and the crowd will just take over. And like, honestly, like for all intents and purposes, like I don't give a fuck if the bouncers are on stage or not. As long as we're all singing this song, you guys can just leave. We got this. Like we're good. We will have just as much fun time with each other as if you guys just play the song. Like obviously they played, it's fucking great, but like that's the Bouncing Souls crowd. Is we are just having fun. Like everyone here is now friends, right?
Yeah.
But I have to love you immediately, but forget you as soon as you leave.
Yep.
Like Brad Pitt, and I just watched all the Ocean's movies the other day.
That's why you keep referencing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yesterday I finished Ocean 13.
I've watched all three. I didn't watch the remakes or the sequels, whatever you want to call them.
And there's only one. There's just Ocean's 8, and that's the girl one. Yeah.
Oh, maybe they're making another one, a new one with the, like kind of the OG cast or whoever's still
talked
alive.
about it, but then Bernie Mac's dead.
Oh yeah, it's like a couple of the guys are dead. A couple of the guys are dead from it. So.
Bernie Mac he was so good in Ocean's 11.
He was. I mean, those are great movies. They're great fucking. The first two are fucking great. 13 is good, but it's nothing on the first two. But anyway, Here We Go. This is the best song on the record, and they're just so. This song is so much fun when they play it live. I can't get over it.
This song is too aggressive and too fast for these guys' capabilities, and I'm sure it probably took them a fuck ton of time to get this right live. Because even like Pete's like fast, like the the palm beats that he's doing.
Yeah.
Dude, they sound like absolute trash.
They do.
Like
I don't think they've ever perfected it. I mean, you and I don't
think they ever tried.
And they don't need to. That's the thing too. They don't need to perfect it. And you and I have seen this band with two of the three drummers. We've never seen the band with Shal, the OG drummer, because he left in '99. But we've seen the band a bunch of times with Michael McDermott, and we've seen them several times with the new drummer George Rebello. I mean, both are great drummers. Honestly, they're great drummers, but it's not just them; it's the rest of the band that have to keep up. And Pete's a cool drummer. I mean, a cool guitarist. But I mean, this song is fast, man. It's fast. It's chaotic, aggressive.
This song is too fast for these guys, especially at this time. But they still put it out, and they managed to pull off some semblance of like a cohesive sounding thing where they're playing together.
Yep.
But fuck, this is such a
1995, January or 1996.
96.
Sorry, January 26, 1996. That's when it was released, but recorded in '95. So
yeah, they got the same fucking guy who did Smash to do like Offspring Smash.
And that's another thing too.
You guys pretty tight, dude. Like, I'll record your shit. I'm like, okay, man.
So this guy Tom Wilson, he was the guy who produced this record. He had done Smash. Smash had just come out prior to this record.
So now, which makes this guy like top tier producer,
and
right?
he was. So he actually, this guy Tom Wilson turned down Aerosmith and he turned down Kiss because he saw Bouncing Souls and he was like, these guys are really fucking good. I really want to work with them. I want to make a record with them. And that's what he did. They made Maniacal Laughter. And there were stories in the documentary where they were saying toward the end of this recording, the guys from Kiss showed up because they were coming in for a recording session with Tom, but after the Bouncing Souls were done. And like Gene and Paul, like the whole band, Gene and Paul Stanley, they came in and they're like, and they listened to, what was it? I forgot what this, it was Lamar Vinoy.
I think it was Lamar Vinoy.
Yeah, it was Lamar Vinoy. And Gene was like, that's pretty good, guys. That's pretty good. Probably like in an asshole way,
which means like this sounds like shit, and I hate all of this.
Yeah,
let's 100%. Record a generic 39th Kiss album and get the fuck out of here.
I know.
That's what that means.
That's 100% what it means. But then,
but still cool.
Yeah, but then Greg was talking about in the documentary how like between like takes and shit, they were just hanging out with each other, watching like Jeopardy and watching TV. And they said that we were watching the OJ trial when that was going on. You know, like between doing sessions, we were just hanging out with Kiss watching the OJ trial. It's like, fuck, man, that's crazy. Like these guys from New Jersey, these mooches from New Jersey, you know,
these fucking New Jersey mooches.
They're just chilling with Kiss in the studio, and I just think it's so cool that Tom Wilson, he blew up with his work on Smash, but he decided to go with the Bouncing Souls rather than Aerosmith and Kiss, two true icons in the rock world, music world. So that's super sick. Unfortunately, yeah.
And that's Tom Wilson. Like I like Smash is my favorite Offspring record, and I love that sound.
Third best.
I think that's. Okay. I think that sound that the Offspring got from Smash is unlike any other sound that they've othered. Any with EENY, any other sound they've ever got from any of their records, and like an iconic '90s fucking sound. Like no other band really sounds like Smash. A lot of bands sound like Offspring, but not like Smash. And then add that like with Dexter Holland's vocals, wild stuffs.
And you remember in the documentary too, that kind of the sequence of events was Bouncing Souls were on tour with The Offspring. Smash had just blown up, so at that point, people were actually starting to come to the Offspring shows. So it was like 2,000-3,000 person venues. Yeah. Bouncing Souls never played in front of that many people, so they were just happened to be on tour at the right time with The Offspring.
Yep.
And Tom Wilson actually came out to go see the band because obviously he just recorded Smash, so he came to go watch the band play. And they were like, "Oh, you want to go out drink?" The guys from the Bouncing Souls were like, "You want to go out drinking?
Chill.
You want to go drink and just hang out and shit?" And he went out with them, and that was what sealed the deal with the band, with him recording the band on this record, because he's like, these guys are like super fucking cool. They just like to hang out.
Nothing to do with music.
Literally had nothing to do with music, and they were just really, really nice guys. And you hear any story about this fucking band, and everybody tells you the same thing. They're the nicest guys in the world. They've paid their fucking dues. And they make really good punk music. Like there's not one single artist or band I've ever heard talk shit about the Bouncing Souls.
Never.
Everybody loves the Bouncing Souls.
Never.
Fans love them. Other bands love them. Nobody ever says anything negative about this band, and that's really telling. I mean, it's crazy, man.
And even like when we saw them at the Punk and Drublic thing, like they're not a headliner. They're not even they're under Me First, right? You know, like Bouncing Souls are bigger than Me First and the Gimmicks, but it's Me First and the Gimmicks, so I get it. I get what like Fat Mike is going to put them up higher than the Bouncing Souls, but like fucking champs, as if they were headlining the Bouncing Poles, the Souncing Poles put on like a perfect show. They don't give a fuck. For the first band of the headliners, you get the same show. It's going to be perfect.
Greg's going to have no energy on stage, but that's okay. The songs make up for his lack of energy.
Yeah.
So, I love it. Yeah. I love
it. That's his persona, though. That's his persona.
Every time I've ever seen them over the last 20, 22 years, Greg has been the same person on stage. Like no energy. And he's always going, what? Like he's always like doing that arm thing, you know. He has the mic and like that, like. It's all.
I saw him once at the House of Blues in Anaheim, at the old House of Blues in Anaheim, and he had climbed onto the speakers that are on like the left and right hand side, and like he sat there, and like I was like, oh dude, he's gonna stage dive, and then no, someone brought him on a ladder and he climbed down.
They brought him a ladder. Oh, that makes it even better that they brought him a ladder. Oh, that's even better.
But even then, I was kind of like, you know what? That was cool.
Respect.
I like that.
Respect.
Yeah. Like we got work in the morning, you know? Like we're not trying to get turned, dude. We're just trying to have a good time.
It's so funny, like watching the documentary too, because I've never actually watched that documentary. So I watched it last night, and I mean, he was crazy. Like, from like 89 when the band formed up until until like 93, 94, he was kind of crazy. Like he fucking went for it. He was stage diving constantly. Like, he was a crazy frontman. And then he had this his whole head was shaved except right here on the middle of his head, this fucking long ass ponytail. And then one day he's like, you know, I'm ready to just kind of shed this and move on to the next stage of my life. And on stage, he just shaved it off and threw it in the crowd. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, that was like that was like it for his like crazy stage presence. And then he's just been kind of like the same kind of chill guy on stage while everybody's kind of going crazy. The crowd's going fucking nuts. But he's such a weird frontman. And also like Tammy went with us. Oh, it was when we saw them at the Observatory like in 2019. And the Bronx opened up for them. Remember that?
Oh, that was such a good fucking show.
And Tammy and Erica went with us. And I remember showing, because Tammy had never seen anything live from them before, so I showed her the Live at the Glass House on YouTube back then. And she's like, honestly, I would have never in a million years guessed that these guys look like this. Like they look like a bunch of dorky
Except for
dads.
Brian's the only guy that looks like
they all look like a bunch of dorky dads. And I would never expect them to make this kind of music. Like she was blown away, absolutely blown away. Love it.
That was a wild show because like they're all like objectively old now. But even like Joey Castillo's not like he's also old
from the Bronx, or he was in the Bronx, at the time.
Yeah, but like the energy he brought like on that show, right?
Yeah, that was a crazy.
So much of a different energy than the entirety of Bouncing Souls. So, dude, you guys are all kind of in the same like age group here. Like that's. That's crazy.
I know.
But like, fuck it, dude. Like that's their personality. That's them. That's coming through. I don't know. It doesn't come through their music. They're still putting out fucking bangers and shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's bizarre.
And also kind of going back to this era of the band. I mean, this came out. They recorded in '95. They were still like, you know, they were still paying their dues. Like I'm gonna keep saying this because they weren't just some schmucks that toured for a year and then blew up. I mean, these guys were. They formed in '89. They lived in like squats. Like they would essentially just rent a rundown house in the worst parts of New Jersey. They were getting robbed every fucking day, you know, from their neighbors and from everybody around them.
Because they're like white punker kids moving to black neighborhoods because the rent is fucking cheap.
And they were getting like treated like fucking shit, but they're like, we're just gonna play shows. And they would literally throw parties at their houses that they rented for year after year, different houses. And that's how they built the local following. We just put on these crazy fucking house parties, crazy fucking shows. Everybody knew about them. And then it wasn't until like 3-4 years later where they're like, maybe we should start touring. Like they put out The Good, the Bad, and the Argyle, and they're like, maybe we should start touring rather than just play like house shows. Because they weren't even playing shows at venues. They weren't even allowed to play shows at venues. They would get banned from playing shows at venues, local venues. So they they started going on tour after The Good, the Bad, and the Argyle. And then their tours were fucking crazy too. They were just, they had this old beat up fucking van they called the Hav Podge, or I don't know.
Hav Pod, the HOV Pod, or the Hav
Yeah,
Pod.
something like that. And yeah, it was this old like stinky fucking gnarly old van, which eventually blew up after like 4 years. But no, dude, these guys paid their dues through and through. Like they truly lived the punker lifestyle, like the hardcore punker lifestyle you watch in like the decline of the Western civilization, when you watch like the Black Flag guys and all that shit from the early 80s. These guys did the exact same thing, but everybody fucking loved this band.
Yeah.
Like there was no, like if you watch like old Black Flag, Dead Kennedys, all that stuff from the early 80s, late 70s out here in LA, everybody was fighting, wanted to beat each other up, and it was very, very hostile and violent. But with the Bouncing Souls, every single person loved this band. And eventually they would win over like the neighbors. Like, yeah, there were these white punker guys in this all black neighborhood, and then they were like, well, why don't we just clean out the pool ourselves, refill it, and invite all the neighbor kids just to fucking hang out and make nice with everybody. And they did. Like the whole neighborhood ended up loving them, because they built this like their own community with everybody else, and they were very welcoming, and there was just like, dude, they are the nicest fucking band ever. The nicest band ever.
Yeah, it really does seem like I mean, it doesn't seem like, I think they are that. And like throughout like all of their any interview I've ever read from them, and the three main guys minus the drummers, they've always said like almost like every interview I've ever read in the past 10 years, they've always said the same thing. Like, if our career ended today, I would be completely happy, and I would go home and I would think, damn, my life is good.
Yeah.
Like, that's just like, fuck. Ugh.
I love
Gets
it.
you, know? Like, it's like, that's so cool. Like, had we never released another record, I am just cool with calling it a day. I'm cool with going home to my dog, and like Brian doing my tattoo thing, and like, I don't know what the fuck. Pete like produces stuff now.
Yeah, and then Greg moved to fucking Idaho.
Idaho, yeah.
Lives in the fucking forest in Idaho with his wife
has his
and
kid
kids.
now, and he's just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life just staring at my kid.
That's cool, man. Like, if that's how you want to live your life, fuck yeah, dude. If it makes you happy.
Do you guys even know what you did? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you understand like what you did? Are you fucking stupid? That's crazy. That's like Van Halen breaking up after Van Halen won. Like, oh, we had a good run. Like, what, do you understand? Like how good you are?
And how many people love your band?
It's crazy. And like the show tonight like sold out. So like the Wednesday 13 the Wednesday 13 show I went to, and like he has a big following. And not that I'm comparing the two or whatever, but like that was a showcase because it was Wednesday 13 and then two bands that are from Arizona. I was like, okay, this should be like there was like nobody there. I was like, man, fuck these Arizonians. They don't know shit. But like the Bouncing Souls, man, like it sold out. I was like, what the fuck?
On
like
Bayside's
another band
Thursday
too.
night.
Like, dude, Bayside sells out, and like for whatever, you know, like them or love them or whatever. But like that's another band that just like they sell out.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking weird. People just like you.
It's true. It's totally true. So let's get into a couple other songs, a couple other bangers here.
Are we done with Here We Go? Because I've way more notes on like lyrics and.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess we haven't talked about. Yeah, so let's jump in and let's get back to the song and the lyrics. So it's about the van or bus breaking down in Indiana, getting stuck in some small town after hitchhiking a while, and just kind of like this kind of little crazy story in under 2 minutes. But it was all like autobiographical, and they talk about it in the documentary how it all went down.
Did you read the little flip book thing from the Lamar Vinoy / Rob Santino Reddit thread that I sent you?
I didn't get a chance to go through it.
No.
I just didn't have time.
So like in the diary, like Rob Santino, I don't know if it's Santello or Santino.
I think it was. I think it was Santello.
He was their tour manager, quote unquote, and then also he was like one of our people in Sticks and Stones, a band they played with back in the day. But he wrote a diary, and he was very literate, and so he wrote very descriptive things. And he had said that this whole thing came about when they were in Indiana for a week. Not really, but like the police were like they're farm punker kids, right? The bus breaks down, bus has to go get fixed. They can't take everyone on the bus. And they talked about on the dock, right? And so, like, they can't take everyone on the bus. So everyone else who cannot go on the bus or sit in the front seat of the bus or the tow truck has to walk. And it was like a 16, 20-mile walk through the Indiana. And these kids all fight. You know, Brian Keelan has the fucking purple mohawk. and there's a bunch of like skinhead looking kids walking through Indiana. All these cops start driving by, right? And of course, once the first cop drives by, he raises the other ones. They drive by. Like, where are you going? Are you from here? Getting hassled over and over and over. Nobody offers him a ride. So eventually, like these random Chicago, like punkers who are just on their way back to Chicago from a show on the East Coast or something like that, picked him up and dropped him off at a Walmart. And then like in that Walmart like area shopping center, that's when they found the White Castle that was open late at night where they could get like refills and shit like that. And it's just like, dude, what's like, that's like you said, paying your dues, right? Like not knowing how you're going to get home, but fuck it. Like they could have died out there, right? They could have been like walking 20 miles home and could have just fucking died. Like somebody could have ran them over. They could have taken the wrong turn, got shot. They could have just starved to death. They could have, I don't know. 20 miles is a long time way to walk.
Absolutely.
That's a long way to walk.
In the middle of nowhere, the middle of Indiana. If it's in the summer, you know, it's fucking hot as shit. If it's in the winter, they could freeze to death. You know, it's just like,
so like
it's crazy. Yeah.
This song was like, you know, manifested like a year before this record came out. And I think the title, this Here We Go, is like, dude, that's the bee's knees right there. Because this song is just shit after shit after shit after shit after shit.
Bad luck, yeah.
And to call it Here We Go, like, nah, fuck it. Here we go. Let's do it. Like, that's wild.
It's the positive attitude, man.
That's wild.
This band is full of positive
That's
attitude.
crazy.
Like, I mean, there are a lot of songs lyrically on this record that talk about heartbreak and depression and shit like that. But this song is about overcoming the shit that's thrown at you in life, or the shit that's thrown at you on tour, and this
fuck it, dude. Let's go.
And this is autobiographical, man. This shit fucking happened to them. Like, they paid their fucking dues. I love it. I fucking love it.
I really did.
Oi, 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 oi.
Oi, right. Oi, oi.
All right, so we're good with Here We Go. Let's move on to, I mean, your number 2 banger, right?
Yeah.
What do you got? Go.
His name was Lamar Vinoy.
Lamar Vinoy. There we go. There we go. That's my number 2 as well. Opener.
He was only 16 and he knew he wasn't like anyone else.
So what do you got on this one? I mean, it's such a banger of an opener. Can't fuck with it.
And like, this was a guy, right? This is an actual one of their fucking friends. And Lamar Vinoy sounds just like, who the fuck would ever name their kid any of these 2 words put together? But this is a guy. And like on their Taiwan on, I think I sent you. What did I send you? I sent you. Oh no, I sent for the other one where it was Here We Go, the only live version you get on vinyl, right? Do you add that to your want list?
I don't, but I should put it on my. I don't know why I don't. You should put
it. It's the only your back door is open right now. That's kind of weird.
Oh, because the dog.
It creeped open, but I didn't see the dog come in.
Yeah, the dog went out. Yeah.
So like on the Taiwan on record, on the live record, they open this song up by saying, "This song is about a jerk friend of ours," and it's Greg saying it, and it's I don't know. I think it's so good. It's very. Like the way we talk, like that's how we would open up a song had we had done this type of song about like each other or one of our friend groups. It's so endearing, but also so disrespectful. And when you hear those opening chords, like and like you already hear, like, dude, Pete's like, first of all, Pete loves making noise. He loves just like open chords, fucking aggressive, just as many open notes as possible with the highest part of distortion I can make my amp go to. I just like to make noise, and I think that's what makes this band like really, really good. Is because he's not like a flashy guitar player to where he wants to just fucking riff all the time and like noodle and solo. He just likes to make noise, and that allows Brian to like not have to take like the brunt of the music. And he can run with it. He can like scale up. He can scale down. He can Matt Freeman if he wants, or he can just fucking Mark Hoppus if he wants. So he can do anything he wants, because Pete like won't shut the fuck up, and I like it. I dig it.
Same.
And this is like, dude, this is like an Oi song. Like the chorus here. This is an Oi chorus.
They literally yell oi oi oi.
But it's Oi music. It's Oi music for people that don't want to be like inundated with like kind of shitty, because Oi music is kind of shitty, and for the most part,
a lot of Oi music
is it's not a good genre.
Just
this is like this Oi music for the masses, but it's also like punk music kind of for the masses. This is a very punky song, even though there's like really no pop to this.
No, I get it. I totally get it. It's because it's fucking catchy. I mean, a lot of Oi music is not that catchy. It really isn't. It's a lot of it's very generic, and it's
I still want to hear
lot
about
of the
working
same
class
shit.
woes. Like,
Yeah, and a lot of it is just
we
so
all work. Like I don't want to hear about it.
it's just a very generic type of punk music that's just been done over and over again, has not progressed whatsoever. And I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Oi. It's not that it's bad. It's just I'm not a huge fan of it. But it's just like you've heard it once, you've heard every fucking band, man. Yeah, it's just like nobody's trying to. I mean, I don't know. I don't really care for it.
The 90s, like Epitaph, Fat Records era was a good time for Oi music because like Dropkick and
I mean, obviously it predates that. It predates all that shit.
But it was a good time for Oi music because it took the boring out of Oi and made it
because better bands were playing like Oi style, or like they had elements of the Oi style. That's
because I don't want to hear about fucking working class bullshit. Like, yes, motherfucker, everybody fucking works. Oh my god, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't care.
Yeah.
My favorite line of the song is when he says, "In the morning, NYC on the avenue." My favorite line. That's a crowd favorite too. Whenever he says that, everyone was like, "On the avenue."
Also, I read something. I don't remember where I read it, but because Lamar Vinoy was in the documentary a lot because he's in Sticks. He was in Sticks and Stones, right? Was that the band he was in?
Or
was he just like, or was it just like a friend?
I think it was just a friend. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, he was in the documentary a lot, but in the end, I did read something this week that like 20 years after the song came out, he had called like some call center. He called some company asking for their services, and they're like, wait, and he gave him his name. They're like, wait, are you the Oi 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 Lamar Vinoy? And he's like, yeah, that's me. So like 20 years on, somebody recognized him just over the phone, like just because of the name. Because I mean, who names their kid Lamar Vinoy? What kind of name is that?
I've never heard that last name ever.
Well, I mean, and also, who calls their kid Lamar outside of Lamar Odom? Like, do you know any other Lamar?
No, not personally,
or really at all. I mean, how many times have you heard that name outside of Lamar Vinoy and Lamar Odom?
Never.
Yeah, never. And the Vinoy too. It's such a unique name, different name.
Dude, like Lamar Vinoy and Lamar Odom too.
Two very, very different people. I mean, you cannot talk about
one's like a scrawny, like 5-something white kid, and the other one's like a fucking
from Boston
massive,
or from New Jersey. From New Jersey, I should say.
And the other one's a simp who just married a Kardashian,
and who almost died too.
I lost a lot of respect from Lamar Odom when he married one of the Kardashians.
Just like you did Travis Barker, Kanye West, and on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Because they're nobodies. It's a family of nobody. I don't want to get into it. It's just made me mad.
Yeah. All right, so Lamar Vinoy, yeah, no, it's a killer fucking song.
And the instrumental part too, the ding 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 ding, and they go like these guys have no idea what they're doing. They don't. They've all these like cool parts,
but I love it.
They're putting it together in a way that's like, fuck it. It's punk. Like in punk music, you can like really be like shit at your instruments, right? You can just like be not very good. But if you have like cool ideas and you put it together and you're enthusiastic about it, fucking works.
I agree. I totally agree. God damn, this band's so good. So lyrically, it like we were talking about, it's about Lamar Vinoy, but also like a little bit deeper. It's about just a guy who just only really cares about music. He's just depressed all the time. He likes to hang out with his friends, talk about music, listen to music, get drunk, drink a lot of beer, walk around New York, and just kind of just enjoy his surroundings. That's what it really what it is. Just like a carefree spirit and or a drifter almost. So yeah, it's a great fucking song, man. It's a great fucking song. I love it.
See, like some songs like this kind of make you think like, oh, that like disrespecting their friends. But like I think it's the opposite. I think a lot of the songs where they name drop their friends is like them saying like, hey dude, thank you. Mm-hmm. Like we would not be here without you. The opener to like their first record, right? It's named after a guy who's not even in the fucking band. Yeah. But like a guy who just been like praising their or singing their praises for years and years before this, and who has been to every single one of their shows. And yeah, they make fun of or whatever, but it's an endearing making fun of.
It is. Yeah.
That's why people like the Bouncing Souls. That's why we like the Bouncing Souls.
It's everything. Everybody's like so close knit within the scene too. It's like everybody at each other's backs through thick and thin. Like it's so cool. Like, I mean, the Ballad of Johnny X. I mean, it's about Johnny X from Sticks and Stones. You know, a great friend of the band and all the guys in the band. You know, the Chunk song, Timmy Chunks. You know, come on. I mean, if you like the Bouncing Souls,
called Token Injury.
So it's like they're constantly name dropping their friends and all this kind of shit in these songs. I fucking love it. It's like it's almost like this outcast kind of fraternity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they allow everybody in, like the nicest fraternity, no hazing. It's just like, man, you want to come through? Just fucking come through. Don't be a dick. Don't fight anybody. Just fucking come through. Hang out, drinks, have some beers with us, get drunk, party with us, play some music with us. I don't care. Just don't be a dick. Like it's like, dude, Bouncing Souls are so cool, man. They're so cool. Yeah. Everything about them, the music, behind the scenes, everything is great.
Literally everything about them is cool.
And I get it. They didn't define a genre. They didn't redefine anything. They're not this groundbreaking band. Skip. They're not groundbreaking. They're just this fucking really, really great punk band. I'm curious. Has Skip ever seen the Bouncing Souls? I don't think he's ever seen them.
No, of course not. That's no.
Because they tour Britland. They do tour Britland and all over Europe.
But they on the surface they haven't like redefined any genre. But like I'm gonna in my wrap up I'm gonna pitch my case as to why this is a top 20 punk records of all time.
Okay. So let's move on from Lamar Vinoy. What's your 3B?
Dude, Johnny X, man. I just
Johnny
like
X.
first of all,
Ballad of Johnny X.
First of all, when I'm at the show, like I love being that fucking guy who's like, I know Bouncing Souls. So when I do this, it means like I want to hear Johnny X. Like,
it's so dumb though. It's
but
so dumb when you do that shit. It's so
I don't
dumb.
even care
when anybody does that.
Care.
It's like
so good.
Doing that is like the equivalent of when somebody's doing a guitar solo when you go like this. It's the equivalent of that. That's what it is. So lame.
But the difference is Johnny X is a 3B here. This is fuck.
Well,
dude,
no, dude, it's
this
not
is
a 3B.
An insane song. It's crazy. This what B is this?
It's a 9B.
Oh,
the
dude,
ninth banger for me.
Doing?
Ninth banger for me.
Just because we probably won't get into them until like now. What 3Bs are after this one?
Wait, what?
What? So that's your 9, so 10, 11, 12. So you have 3Bs that are not.
Okay. So yeah. So quick check. My bottom 3: Quick Check Girl, Freaks,
God,
the Freaks, Nerds, and Romantics.
Oh God.
And then Moon Over Asbury.
You're such a fucking butt wipe eating motherfucker. So like the 3 main punk songs here that are essentially the same thing. You put all of those above this one too.
They're great punk songs.
Because you're a basic bitch. You're a BB. I'm gonna call you this. Even though it's a BD or a DB, I don't know what it is. When I do this, that means you're a basic bitch. From now on, if I do this, that means you're a basic bitch.
Normally your jokes work, but this joke did not hit, and it's not good. That's a bad joke. I'll give you props if it's a good joke, but that's not a good joke.
Well, because I can't do...
Because you're a bitch. It's because you're a bitch.
Is this B or D to you?
That's a B. It's a basic bitch. That would be a basic bitch right there. I mean, you look like
right?
Yeah. Both ways. You look so fucking dumb on the video.
How about this? How about you're a dumb bitch? How about that? You like that? Anyway, those stupid fucking things.
Well, be a
Johnny
bitch
X,
dumb,
dude.
Okay,
dude. Like, first of all, Johnny X plays guitar on this track, and like doing that slide doing that slide into kicks, like start this song it's just fucking classic. It works every single time, 100% of the time. I love this riffage because it sounds like it's coming from the second guitar rather than the lead. Like usually Pete's stuff is not buried like this is. Usually it's in the front, and you can clearly hear it's bright. It's right there in the front. This one sounds a little bit in the back, and that's because it's Johnny X, dude. Like, this is another guy. This is the rhythm guitars that they don't have, but they have it here. And the bridge where he's whispering the like, that's just so fucking good. I think that's Johnny. I think that's Johnny singing that part, like, clearly, because like no one sings like that ever in the Bouncing Souls catalog. But like Bryce is going at it. He's just going wild, and Peach is like. that like loud squeaking
like
thing that he's doing. Like no one knows, like nobody knows what to do. This sounds like a jam song. Nobody knows what to do here. It's just a good fucking jam punk song. It's a perfect jam punk song.
It is fucking great. It's a great song.
That's
but
crazy.
I don't know, man.
That's crazy. I would love to hear why you think like songs like Headlights Ditch is better than Johnny X. Or All of This and Nothing is better than Johnny X.
Okay.
Fuck it. Because All of This and Nothing is my least favorite song. I would love to hear why you think All of This and Nothing is better than Johnny X.
All right, so the Ballad of Johnny X, like starting out with just like the kind of muted guitars, and then Greg singing over it. That's just not my thing. Some people love that shit.
Yeah, I don't like singing. That's fine.
What?
I don't like singing. That's fine.
That's not what I said, but that's okay.
Not singing.
You're clearly not listening.
Like
so
literally,
why
Bouncing Souls is our three guys.
But once again,
and really, Bouncing Souls are like two guys, just like Greg and Brian. So when you say, "I don't like Greg singing," it's like what? What does that even mean?
I said,
I don't understand what you're saying.
When the song is structured this way, where it's just the palm muted guitar and Greg starts immediately starting the song off, that's just not really my thing. I don't really care.
So you don't like when Greg starts songs off? Gotcha.
Not in this way. No, I don't. I think they're weaker kind of songs. I don't like when any band really does that. I think it's just kind of a weaker song when it's just the singer and just like the guitar player doing just this palm muted basic kind of chord progression. Whatever. It's not. I think it's boring. It's tired. It's not that great. Just never my thing. That's one reason why it's lower. But I think there are just better, catchier songs, punkier songs, more aggressive songs.
There are punkier songs.
More
there
energetic
are
songs. And once again, I love this song. I love this fucking record. I'm not talking shit on this record. I'm just saying why I like it less. Why I like it less than other songs. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. My 9B. It's not my stinker, but it's my 9B.
This is your stinker for your pinker.
So anyway, lyrically, the song's about Johnny being the biggest punker they know. Just really going against the grain of everybody, not even just like the mainstream people, just going against the grain against other punkers too. So that's what the song is about.
I want to know, and I want to know, I want to know why you think All of This and Nothing is better than Johnny X.
Because it's a better song. That's why.
Receipts, baby.
So we're gonna get into that.
Wow me. Yeah, because that's my. Even though I love that song,
you're acting like you hate it. I mean, it's just
it's not better than Johnny X. It's fucking stupid.
It starts off with like, okay, so first of all, the tempo is way faster, has way more energy, and they're just yelling, "No, you're enemy! No, you're enemy!" It's like this. It's just a fucking perfect, fast punk song. That's what it is. It's a little bit chaotic. It kind of sounds like it's about to fall apart. It's not fall apart. No, it's not. It's not filler only because the "Know Your Enemy" parts are so good. They're so perfectly placed within the songs. The gang vocals on that. Why did they
name the song "Know Your Enemy"? Do you know why?
I mean, if there's a reason, I don't know it. But then there's also like that little breakdown where it's just like it's that cheesy. I don't know. It's like a radio playing or something like that. I don't know what they're saying or talking about. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
This is like. For me, I think that they don't name this "Know Your Enemy" because Rage Against the Machine already did it, and
that's a good point.
Is now 4 years more popular than Bouncing Souls, and so let's not do that and name our song after that because no one's gonna give a fuck. So that's why they pussied out on this one, and that's why this is my least favorite songs because
of Rage Against the Machine. Come on,
yeah, because they pussed out and fucking didn't just name it like "Know Your Enemy." This song is the closest to filler we'll get on this record. And to think this song is better than Johnny X.
The song is 55 seconds long.
It's
short and sweet. It's short and sweet, baby.
It's literally you just trying to pretend and like show people that you're some kind of punker instead of just like enjoying music. That's all it is.
So this is what you do. This is what you do.
It is.
It's either you're such a ballad man, you only like ballads.
You don't only like ballads.
Okay, listen.
No,
listen. No, listen to me.
No, there's a difference. I don't say you only like them.
Well, first of all,
you're a sucker for them.
You're not letting me finish. So,
well, you're putting words
once
in my
again,
mouth. I don't like them.
You're not letting me finish.
I don't like pizza and chicken nuggets.
But it's okay. So what you're doing is, if it's going to prove your point, you're either gonna say, you only like this song because it's a ballad and you're a ballad man. You only like this particular song because it's aggressive. It's the fastest song on the record. You only like this song because it's the heaviest song on the record. You only like this song because it has blah, blah, blah. You only like this song because of this, or that. So you're only picking and choosing.
Only 3 things.
And those are the three things that you always do.
No matter what.
Bullshit.
You have to agree.
Always
you
do
have
this.
to agree.
You always
you
do
have
this.
to agree.
You always. But also,
we've talked about this over and over. You
okay.
do like songs that tend to lean on like the heavier, aggressive, faster, punker side.
Absolutely.
But you're also a sucker for a ballad. Ever since Alkalentra, you're a sucker for the ballads. And because this song is so fast, like that's why you like it. But like, dude, come on, bro. This song is not. And I'm not saying it's a bad song and you shouldn't like it. But putting this above Johnny X, I think I think it's wrong. All jokes aside, I think you're wrong.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's fine for you to be wrong, and I'm right.
And when I say like I think you're wrong, I want you to say like, yes, you're right. I am wrong. I fucked up. I'm going to change my ranking.
Well, I would never say that.
Oh wait,
I would never say that.
That's
so. Is that the end of the pod? Okay.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't care. So let's.
No, I'm not even done. I'm putting my beer down. I'm not even done. In a month from now, I'm gonna ask you 2 questions. I'm gonna say, hey, can you sing me All of This and Nothing? And you'll be like, and then I'll say, hey, can you sing me Ballad of Johnny X? And you'll be like, oh yeah, for sure. And you'll still claim.
I can guarantee you, I would be able to sing All of This or Nothing, or All of This and Nothing over the Ballad of Johnny X.
Let's do it.
I guarantee you.
It'll be a pop quiz, hot shot. It'll be straight up like Dennis Hopper, fucking Keanu Reeves Speed 1 kind of quiz. It may not be in a month. It may not be in a year. It could be tomorrow.
Could be. It could be in a week. Come. I don't know. It could be whenever.
Be in a week.
Yeah.
It could be in 5 minutes. Who knows? It'll come though, and you better be on your toes because I guarantee goddamn to you.
I'm always on my toes, baby. Always on my toes.
Guarantee goddamn to you. You ask me that.
Always
question,
on my toes.
And Ballad of Johnny X wins every day.
Always on my toes. Always ready. Always ready.
Like an Esperanza wrestler.
Yep. Never satisfied too. There you go. Anyway, let's move on. What do you got? What are we on? The fourth B, third B, 3B.
Well,
3B.
I have to read out All of This or Nothing because we're done talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3B. 3B for me was Johnny X. What is your stupid 3B?
BMX song. Come on.
BMX.
How do you not like this song?
3B.
Yeah. Come on, dude. This song is incredible. It's so dumb. It's so cheesy.
I just don't understand. I fucking hate Shark Attack because it's a stupid, goofy song. And then like Curb Endos. Like that's
dude.
Like,
come on. You comparing this to Shark Attack?
You're crazy.
Dude, this song is actually a legitimate song. Shark Attack is them being goofy, being fucking, fun little guys. It's like Shark Attack is like a skit. The BMX
Sometimes
song.
I don't think you've ever heard Bouncing Souls.
I mean, I know
and
right now. I know right now. You have no idea what you're talking about because otherwise you would not have said this. Because Shark Attack. Okay, hold on there, dude.
Did you have earplugs in every time we saw him live or what? I don't understand.
There, dude.
Like, this is crazy to me.
Hold on there, dude.
This is a side of you I've never seen. You like? I don't know who you are.
Wolt. I don't know that, dude. So
Wolverine Wolt.
Shark Attack is a skit. Shark Attack is a skit around a song. You know what I mean? It's more of a skit than a song. BMX is a song, but there's like a goofy little element in the bridge. That's really what it is. But the BMX song is an actual fucking song, and it's fucking so good. It's so catchy. It's goofy. It's dumb. I get it. It's goofy and fucking dumb, but it's not Shark Attack. Shark Attack is just a straight up skit to end that fucking record.
BMX, but I know get next. Oh, I heard that, brother.
It's so dumb. I love it. It's like it has this like little macho element to it as well. But like, how can you be macho about BMX bikes?
We're talking about just like being grown adults riding 20-inch bicycles. Yeah,
it's fucking stupid. I love it.
No, this is my AB, but I think this is like
I think we're just trying to find like the dumbest things to argue about, and that's what we're doing.
Oh, for sure.
We love these songs.
Yeah, obviously this is gonna be a 3 out of 3. So I don't care. But like I like parts of this. I like parts of this because this is just punker kids who are really just singing about not wanting to walk to their fucking friend's house and shit because they're lazy and they just want to ride a bike and they grew up like BMXing and stuff. But I like the drum beat here too. Like it's heavy on the toms, right? When they're when they're chugging along, we get like Shaw like heavy on the toms, which gives it kind of like a deeper feeling. And I always assumed that Timmy Chunks was on the solo here, even though like I can't find any credits saying so. But this is not a Pete. This is way too early for this type of Pete solo. So I think it's Timmy Chunks because we know Timmy Chunks can shred. He's in the band before this, and the Chunk song after this, like he shreds on that. So I think I don't know. I think this is Timmy Chunks on the solo here.
No, it's very possible.
Just saying it.
Also, the goofiness of the song, like what you mentioned lyrically. I mean, lyrically, it's about that, but then also like showing off for, your friends or strangers, or showing off for the girls, for the chicks. Just thinking you're so fucking cool, thinking, oh, dude, I could do this or that. This girl's gonna be so impressed, but like the girls don't give a fucking shit about what you're doing on the mic.
And that's a song. Like they know that's stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
They know like no girl would ever give a fuck about their endos.
But it's this stupid fucking thing that us as guys we just kind of we think that girls are gonna be so impressed by the dumbest fucking shit in the world, but they're really not. They don't give a shit.
Cause for me, it's like because I like Devin and Eric and stuff, and I really did get like heavily into like the BMX scene, like prior to like high school, and like freshman year a little bit, but like the endo, dude, the endo gets me every time.
What is an endo? I don't even. I was never into BMX, so I don't know.
So an endo is like when you're going up to a curb, or like an endo, I guess is just like when you stop like the front tire and like the whole backside comes up.
Oh, okay.
Like in motorcycle, I think call them stoppies. But like you do it on a curb, so you go to the curb, slowly, and you hit the curb with your front, and you pop up the back, and then it's basically like a wheelie, but an opposite of a wheelie.
Yeah.
Because a wheelie you're kind of moving,
and then what do you whip it around? There. Oh,
do whatever you want.
Okay, because I think you would whip it around onto the curb.
So like sometimes you would do like a tail whip. So like when I was doing like flatland and stuff, and I was like trying to really get into it. You see a lot of guys will stick their right foot, because we're right-handed, so stick your right foot in the tire and then whip the bike around to the left and then kind of like maneuver it over top like that. I don't know. This is a biking podcast.
I know. This has turned into the BMX podcast, and my dog is going
BMX.
Fucking crazy right now.
Which one, Georgie boy or
Georgie
Ruben?
boy? Georgie boy.
God, the good boy. From now on, when I say which dog, you just say good boy or say good dog or the bad dog. That's it.
No, it's either big dog or trash dog. Big dog.
Say good dog.
Big dog. Big dog is Rupert.
Dog,
big dog is
good
Rupert.
Dog or bad dog.
Trash dog is George.
Why can't you say good dog or bad dog?
Because they're both good dogs.
Yeah. See, this is coming from which ones do the bad dog.
It's either big dog or trash dog. That's what we're doing here.
So it's good dog.
Well, it's trash dog. But anyway, so yeah, BMX. We're not a BMX podcast. Whatever. Let's move on. So, what do we have next? 4. What's your 4B?
How long are we here? How many rounds can a man walk down? How long are we here? Right now
we're an hour 20 minutes in.
Okay, we could probably.
Well, I mean, after edit stuff out, probably like an hour 15.
So 5 minutes.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't. It's still something, right? It's still something.
He's only an hour and 20, but after edit, it's like an hour and 18. So
I keep most everything in. I keep most everything in unless we leave or we say something we really shouldn't have said. Like otherwise, I keep pretty much everything.
We don't always say things we shouldn't have said.
I
would like to do 2 things. I do want to run I want to run through every single song. I want to hit my biggest bangers, but then I also want to give you like Spotify's most listened to songs at the very end.
Okay.
I ranked all the Spotify's listened to songs. It's kind of wild.
Let's do that.
Let's run through.
Yeah, run through it. Do the Spotify thing. And then we'll give we'll rate the record based off our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album, give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So let's just fucking get through this, I guess, fast. So
yeah, no rules,
baby.
No rules is the next song. This is the second track. That's my 11B. Oh, that's probably your 4B.
It's my AB. AB.
Oh, wow. This is because this is a fast, bratty punk song, and
you think okay. You need to settle down. You think, oh, it's fucking punk. It's aggressive. It's gonna be my number one. It's gonna be the top of the list. Get the fuck out of here.
That's made fun of you for
Freaks, Nerds, and Romantics. Okay, whatever. That's my 11B.
That's my 6B. Why do you hate this song?
I like this song. What are you talking about?
It's.
I love all these songs.
It's like this is cool because this is one of the few times on the whole record too where like Brian's showing like cool bass lines. He's showing like he's a bass player and not just note matching like as a guitarist playing the bass. Like even these slower songs are just so fucking good because they're still fast and like they love to do these weird little kind of like broken riff patterns and stuff. But the song is bouncy.
Yeah,
it's good.
It is. It's great. But it's still kind of a basic song. Like the single note on the guitars, distortion, like the thick distortion on top of it. Just easy punk rock stuff. Nothing bad about it. But it's come on, man. I mean, this is bottom tier on the record.
Song? That's crazy.
I do
That's
love
crazy.
It's bottom tier on this album, but I do love this song and I love this record. So anyway, let's move on. What do we have next? We have Quick Check Girl.
Quick Check Girl.
What is it for you? This is my 10B.
This is my 7.
10B. Okay, we're close here.
That's close. Yeah, I do love the guitar tone in this and the intro part. It's just really gritty, and we don't get to hear like a lot of Pete just by himself with nobody else. But then we get into the double time and like the back and forth between the choruses and the verses where like it's fast and slow and then fast and kind of bouncy and slow. It's just it's fucking cool.
Slower verse, faster choruses, but also that main riff is very, very Green Day. Green Day of the time, I should say. It's a very Green Day kind of riff. Fun solo kind of guitar lead in the bridge, which is cool. It's a great song, but yeah, lower tier for the record. But also the lyrics on this song, I like the lyrics. It tells like a full story.
Yeah.
The story, he goes to the Quick Check. I don't really know what the Quick Check is. Maybe like a newsstand or like a diner with a newsstand.
What do they like over in the Bloodhound Gang stuff? What do they talk about? The Quickie Mart over in the East Coast in Pennsylvania?
So, okay, like like the equivalent of 7-Eleven.
Yeah, but like the Bloodhound Gang has their own Quickie. The Wawa. Wawa. Okay, do you even know what a fucking Wawa is?
Do you even know what a Wawa is?
I guess in Jersey, it's like there's a Quick Check over there in Jersey. And that's like kind of, I think that's like the same thing.
I think, like a 7-Eleven, maybe Wawa thing. I don't fucking know. We're not from over there. But so it's like going there and he's like checking the newsstand, like he's refilling the newsstand or something like that. He meets this girl Kia who's also kind of doing the same thing, and he leaves her a note saying like we should go out, we should do this, blah 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 blah.
She quits.
And then she ends up just quitting. And then he goes in one morning and the guy's like, yeah, Kia quit yesterday or a couple days ago, and he's like devastated and heartbroken.
Stop this shit.
Yeah.
It's cool. Then you're right because it does tell like a cool
story. It's a great
quick
story.
Quick story about a girl.
Yeah.
This is a quick story about a girl. But yeah, that's my 7B. And then headlights ditch.
Headlights ditch.
That's my 9B.
That's my 7B. Okay, not far off.
Yeah, close.
So it's like
Shala's so fucking fast here. He's so fast.
You gotta
and
stop
so
being
tight.
so fussy, man. Like our ratings are so close to each other.
If it was up to me, I would have my ratings that are accurate, and then you would just say like everything is your 1B. That's what I would think you should do.
Okay,
that would make me happy.
So Headlights Ditch, shortest song on the album. It's chaotic. It's a chaotic punk song. Wonky, stupid guitar solo. Rad drums though. Shal kills it on the drums. So, I don't know. It's dumb. Lyrics are dumb. About instant gratification, wanting things now.
Like
That's
chopstick.
really what it is. So, we talked about Here We Go, Born to Lose.
Born to Lose, live my life in vain.
You don't like this song?
This got to be this has to be like 5 or
This
less
is my
for
4B.
you.
This is my 4B.
Oh, thank God. This is my 5B.
Born to Lose is so good. How have we not talked about this yet?
I know. It's so good.
Fuck, this song is incredible.
Did you listen to any of the other like original or like earlier versions of other artists doing this song?
Of other bands? No, I didn't.
Because like it's a cover song, right? And so like,
is it really?
Yeah, it's a cover song. So like Ray Charles did it, Johnny Cash did it. I don't think it's not Roy Acuff, but it's an early like Hoyt Axton or some like early like country artist like did it first. But then Ray Charles did it, and then Johnny Cash did it, and all of their versions are fucking the same, dude. They're fucking just boring. And it's like, let me just showcase like my vocal like delivery, and none of them like perfected. Because even like Ray Charles and Johnny Cash, they did their own like style and they perfected in different ways, not on their Born to Lose cover. But the way they do it here is
good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's a good showcase of like what Gray can do as a vocalist. And he's not like a great vocalist, but like he's a really fucking good punk vocalist.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that first three notes, that ding, 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 let it ring out. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. And then just like everything stops, and then Born to Lose.
Born to Lose. Like the song is crazy. The song is fucking wild.
Crazy good.
And the stop and go, the wow, wow. Yeah,
God, this song is incredible.
It's crazy. And the classic Greg Whale, right? Like Greg comes into his own throughout the series of the Bouncing Souls discography. And like here is where we first hear it, right? It's
the Whales.
Happiness.
It's the Greg Whales. It's the Greg Whales.
Greg Whales, man. Like that's what people just love, because you can tell he does not like to do it. You can tell he's a little bit shy. You can tell a little bit nervous. You can tell a little self-conscious. But it's like, no, dude, I want to hear it. Just fucking do it, man. I support you.
And that's literally what True Believer is. True Believers is. The whole song True Believers is the Greg Whale.
It's Greg Whale through and through.
Yeah. Love it. It's kind of
Born to Lose is so good.
It's kind of bad. The Greg Whale is kind of bad, but it's endearing, pure, and also a little bit good at the same time. It's honest, it's pure. Love it. Love it to death. Goddamn.
It's like it's good vocal. It's a good vocal performance mixed with like, I'm shy, but I'm with my friends, so I'll do karaoke.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
A little bit humbling, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it.
Good for him.
So the last song we haven't talked about, Moon Over Asbury. My least favorite song on the record, but it's an instrumental. It's still a banger.
Least favorite? This is my 10B.
It's still an absolute banger. Instrumental. I mean, it starts off with this the whole song has this like surf feel to it, but also this old like outlaw country thing going on as well.
Yeah.
It has like the reverb.
There's so many things going on.
It's like the wet reverb of the guitar, but also it's the wet reverb of the guitar, but he's also playing the outlaw country kind of guitar picking.
Especially the bass with the and like, dude, like in between Born to Lose and like Ballad of Johnny X, we put this fucking boring, slow ass instrument. Like these guys are like idolizing 7 Seconds in Youth Brigade, and now they're over here putting out an instrumental that's slow as fuck, and everyone's gonna hate them for it, right? Like this is
no
like
sense.
Maniacal Laughter is
Makes
their
no
big
sense.
break. They have a big time producer, a guy that's like worth a lot of money that they don't have at this point, and they do Moon Over Asbury. I fucking respect it. I love it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So with that being said, let's give our final thoughts. Rate the record based off of our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album, give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. What do you got? Go.
So real quick, like Spotify listens. Here's other.
Lamar
Noise #1. Here we go. Freaks, Nerds, Romantics, Born to Lose, Johnny X, Quick Check Girl, Argyle is this far down the list. No Rules, BMX, all of this, Moon Over Asbury, and Headlights Ditch is the least listened to song on this record. But
wow,
Lamar Vinoy almost has the same amount of listens as everything else on the list. Like that's how much it has, which is only like 1 million. It's not that much, but
yeah, for a band like this, yeah.
Like to me, that's crazy. That like Lamar Vinoy. I don't know. That's wild to me. So anyway, yeah. This is a band that's just not net. It is net. It's not talked. They're not talked about enough. They're not. And like we talk about NoFX and like all these other like massive like 90s punk bands. And I do really, really think that this is a top 20 punk record of all time, because it mixes like kind of like old school crooning. Like Greg's kind of a crooner.
A little bit.
Like we're kind of like hearkening into like the Sinatra territory. but it's also like
It's not nearly as good.
The only other dude, because not to do a lot of albums, dude. They're like 45 million albums, and they're all great, dude. And so like the only other band that's from like New Jersey that's a punk band that's more successful than the Bouncing Souls are the Misfits. And there's a lot of Misfits on a lot of these songs. They're short, they're sweet, they're super melodic, and they get to the point and they leave right afterwards.
Say melodic that same way again.
How do you say it?
No, I'm sorry. You said super. Super. Like you got
super melodic, dude. Yeah. Like it's not just melodic, it's super melodic. Is that how I said it? I don't know how I said it.
Very, very surfer. Very, very surfer.
Yeah. Dude, super melodic, dude. Not even trying to be surfer. It's not that surfer. Huh?
Yeah, I know.
And this is East Coast.
Sounds a little
East Coast. There's no surfers on the East Coast. Okay, East Coast is fucking dumb. East Coast,
which is crazy stupid. Too, because in the documentary they're like, they got really obsessed with surfing, and like in one of the houses they were living in, everybody was surfing every morning, and they would just like dry out their wetsuits and like their surfboards were hanging everywhere all over the house. It's crazy.
I've only been to the East Coast beach when I was in New York, and like that's like nothing. But I did feel the water, and I was like, dude, this is fucking cold. But that's like the East River and shit, so I don't know. But it's still like the East Coast water.
I went to Florida when I was a kid. The water was like bath water when we were there.
That's nice.
So, but it was like, and it was in December. We went in December to Florida,
weird.
And it was like
that's
fucking
weird.
Bath water in Fort Lauderdale, by the way. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. But
like the No Doubt song, Bathwater.
Yeah, but then also when you and I were in France, when me, you, and Chris were in France, when we were in Nice.
That's right, Nice.
Was that the Indian Ocean or was it the Atlantic Ocean? I don't remember where Nice is or what ocean that is. But
we're from California. Went to public school. Like we don't know.
But it was so fucking warm. Remember how fucking warm that water was? Yeah. It was so fucking warm. It was like June. Nice. It was in June.
June. You say June weird. June.
A June bug.
You say it like Jew, like a Jewish person, Jew, and then like an N, like June.
Like a June.
That's how it sounded like when you said it right now. Like a June.
It's a June. So dumb.
Stupid.
It's very, very stupid.
I do think this is like a top 20 punk record of all time because this helped bring punk to a different level in the 90s. Like, dude, the Epitaph sound is there, right? Like all these fucking Epitaph bands are there. And even like NoFX just kind of like jumped in the bandwagon of like the Epitaph sound. Even though I do think that like Punk and Drublic is a top 20 punk record of all time. I don't know. I think the Bouncing Souls did something a little bit different in that they weren't, like I said earlier, they weren't political. They weren't talking just so like much strictly about just like heartbreak and all of that. But there was like actual life experiences that meant absolutely fucking nothing. These are just dumb concepts that nobody gives a shit about, but we all kind of go through in like our own like individualistic ways, but set to incredibly catchy tunes. And they're fast. They're just as fast as Punk and Drublic. Like these, like 3 of these songs are just as fast, if not faster, than all of Punk and Drublic. So fair. I don't know. This is a fucking perfect 3. I really truly believe this is the top 20 best punk records of all time. And I hate googling like best punk records of all time because like Rolling Stone will put like fucking Nevermind in like top 10 or like Dookie like number 3 and like you fucking asshole motherfucker.
All right.
Mad.
So going back a little bit, I will say before Skip jumps on us, he's like, "You guys know nothing about geography." When we were in Nice, France,
who cares?
I know, but you know, Skip.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about France. But nobody cares about the UK.
So
who cares? Who cares?
So I just looked it up. Nice, France is part of the Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean Sea, or at least this part of it, is part of the Atlantic Ocean. So when we were in Nice and we went swimming in that on that beach, we were in the Atlantic Ocean. It was very, very warm. That's the whole point. I just wanted to go back so Skip didn't try to fact check me because it's just gonna make me mad.
As if like geography like means anything to anyone like, on fucking Earth.
I know.
Outside of high school fucking teacher, outside of secondary school teacher, who gives a fucking shit, dude?
Oh, Skip. I'm just trying to catch you.
It's all connected. It's one ocean anyway.
I'm just trying to catch you before you can catch me.
Like the finger too. Like got
to catch you before you catch me.
Catch them all.
Pokemon. Final thoughts.
3, we'll call it a night.
Maniacal Laughter. This is an incredible fucking punk record from a band who paid who just are so well loved within the scene, and I love that. And they just put out really, really great melodic punk music. I don't care if they've never defined a generation, defined a fucking genre, but they fucking nailed it, and they've put out some incredible fucking records. They put on one of the greatest live shows, punk shows ever. Consistently. We've been
seeing them for 20 years.
We've been seeing this
band for 20 years.
20
That's crazy.
Fucking years. And they put on not the same show, but the same energy. They brought the same energy to a show. Yeah, it is kind of the same show. I was trying to be nice. I didn't want to be disrespectful.
It is kind of the same show.
It is the same, 100% the same show. Totally. Yeah. But that's not a knock to the band or their music or their shows, because their shows are fucking incredible. This band is incredible. This record is fucking awesome. 1996, 1995, 96. They have no right being this good of a punk band, but they are. I love this album. With that being said, I don't do it often, but
give them the Wolverines, baby. Give them the Wolverines.
No. I give this album a perfect 3 out of 3. Perfect 3 out of 3. The best, Jerry, the best. So there we go. I don't know. That's all I have. That's all we have for this band, for this record. So thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And that's it. That's all.
Bickerwitz.